Weather's gone sour. If we ain't quick, the roads might gon' turn to mush. Well, I ain't saying we should just throw the whole plan out. We've been waiting to take out a loan for months. I'm just saying, maybe we ought to wait a week. Let the dirt firm up. You certain about this one, darling? Fine then. Twist my arm. You know I ain't in the business of doubting you. I'm just making sure. Ready to make pleasant? Don't be like that. We wouldn't want anyone denying us a withdrawal now, would we? See? That's why I do the talking. Much as I love you, you've got a hair trigger in more ways than one. Well, if you're loaded, then I think it's time to get our down payment, don't you? I love you, you gall nipper. Ladies and gentlemen, this here is a robbery. I reckon you have 10 seconds to sit on your hands before I start smoking shells. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Looks like that sorry fool was a little slow on the sitting. Glad the rest of y'all ain't. Now, all y'all bankers back there are gonna lead my associate straight back to your bonds. I'ma stand right here, front the door, and for every minute I stand here, someone's gonna meet God. So I suggest you start moving. Now that's mighty fine. Don't you worry, folks. Big city banks like this got all kinds of insurances. You fine city slickers won't be losing a penny. So as long as everyone sits nice and civil-like, this can be nothing more than a story to tell at y'all's next soiree. Don't try to be no hero, it ain't worth dying over nothing. Ace, how we doing back there? Well, if they're needing some motivation, start cutting off fingers. I won't tell. Oh, that talk got him loosened up, did it? Crazy world we live in, huh? You think the loaded peacemaker would be a threat enough? Don't you worry, folks. We'll be out of here in a minute. Don't you worry, Ace. Sheriff just popped in to say hello. Shame he wasn't a quicker shot. He almost caught me off guard. Let your sheriff be a lesson, folks. He had a loaded gun and an itchy finger, and he still ended up with a face full of lead. You ain't gonna do no better. Just stay calm and this'll be over soon enough. Speaking of which, Ace, how we doing? Oh, well, if it ain't my lucky day. Done already? You always was good with your hands, darling. Now, fine people, thank you very much for your hospitality. We'll be heading on out. And if anyone comes out this door while we're around, I promise you, Ace will put a bullet in your brain before you make 3 steps. Great work, darling. Now let's see if we can get out of here alive. Yeah! Scouting said 3 deputies, right? If that sheriff had any sense, they'll be waiting at the ridge, ready to show 'em why I call you Ace. Well then, why don't you exflunkticate? I saw it in the paper. I think it means you're gonna muck the hog, but I ain't sure. I've been trying to shove some bigger words in our heist, and it seemed like... Ooh, you got some eagle eyes on you, darling. Yep, I'm sure you exflunkticated them just fine. Although, it looks like that third shot might have been a bit off-center. I don't know, hun. We're getting pretty old. Maybe you lost the touch. You know I'm just barking at Nas A's. We could run circles around any punks this side of the Mississippi. Oh, is someone a little miffed? Don't worry about it, darling. I'll make it up to you once we're safe and sound. Well, I guess you'll just have to wait and see, won't you? Quick, it's raining cats and dogs out here. What do you mean the key won't fit? We got it off the corpse, didn't we? It should be, right? Screw it. Not like we'll be staying long. There. Nothing some elbow grease couldn't solve. After you, darling. Slide me a chair. I'll jam the door shut. There! That'll give us some shelter from the storm. Lucky we didn't get held up with the bank. It is flooding out there. Yes, darling, you were right. I swear you get so smug after a score. And I'm very happy too, but please, let's not escape the bullets just to freeze to death in wet clothes. I know we ain't got firewood, but fortunately, I had something else in mind. Where I see it, I still owe you for my little comment earlier. And that bed looks just big enough to fit two. So, get this wet stuff off and we'll count the money from under the blankets. Well, you know how I get when money's involved. And if we're bare already, who knows what will happen. So why don't you hurry up and get here? Money and warmth first. Then we'll think about the devil's tango. Wow, I think that might have gotten you moving faster than the heist did. Mouth as quick as your trigger finger. That's why I love you, hon. Then move over, you love bug. Here, you hold our sack and I'll hold you. Maybe even mess with your hair if you behave. You know exactly what I'm talking about, you weasel. Now hurry up. I want to know how much we risk life and limb for. Don't try to confuse me with that. How much is it total? You're kidding. I knew we were gonna make a killing, but 2,000? Plus the gold? Darling, with this score and our savings, we have got it. I can't believe it. We made it. We're not dead and we made it. Oh, come here, you beautiful, beautiful outlaw. We got the money. We got the money and the supplies and each other. We blow through the states, hop a boat in Mexico, live out our days in Honduras, make hooch out of coconuts. We did it. You and me, we proved them wrong, darling. I love you, Ace. And I'm going to tell you that for the rest of our long, shootout-free lives. Oh, I'm so glad we stuck together. I told you this would all work out. Oh, I know, hun, but I don't even care. Nothing's gonna bring me down now. We are inches away from everything we've ever dreamed of. A couple weeks' travel hardly matters now. Say, what do you think about getting a kid? Once we've settled down, I know we can't have one of our own, but I'm sure there's a scamp out there that love a home. Maybe a dog or a really smart pig. Right, one step at a time. I'm just so happy you and me did it. We beat Johnny Law, and I can't wait to celebrate. Get the money in the bag. I don't want there to be anything between us. There. That's better. Drying up, darling? Yeah, I'm a little damp round the edges, but I'm sure we can fix that soon enough. Yes, darling, after that incredible showing at the bank, we can even do it the way you like, as a treat. No lie. I'll even be the one to get out of our little pile of warmth here to get the lasso. You've earned it. Just give me a kiss, you little slink.